Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt. We do love our Five-seveN over here. With the introduction of our MRD Mark III in 2022, this new design incorporates a revised slide cover. Originally in all the marketing materials, I found mention that FN was going to offer a factory threaded barrel for this model for doing suppressors and or compensators of flash hiders, but here we are late 2023 and there is no factory barrel in sight. That's where EFK comes into play. EFK and Jarvis have been the only threaded barrels available for our Five-seveN for quite some time. B&T sells one, but it's simply a private labeled Jarvis barrel. Currently available 5.4-inch barrels will work in our Mark III, but the slide cover would typically interfere with most common M10 to 1/2x28 thread adapters. In full transparency, FN Specialties / Armory of Kings, R.A.N.G.E sent over this Mark III with a pre-production EFK barrel for us to test. This sports all the same specifications as previous generation EFK Five-seveN barrels, including our 1-in-9 twist R416 stainless steel construction, match grade chamber. The only difference is we now have a 5.5-inch length versus a 5.4. I'm not sure how many rounds R.A.N.G.E put through this Mark III and EFK barrel before he sent it to me for evaluation, but myself personally, I put around 600 rounds through this gun, with the majority of them being through the EFK barrel. I haven't had any failures related to it that I can, say the cause is the barrel itself. We've run some underpowered, 40 grain and 30 grain loads in these guns, and that's typically the cause of issues is the light loaded ammunition, not the barrel itself. There's been a few concerns online about our accuracy of our Five-seveN handguns at range, so we wanted to fire a few different types of factory and non-factory ammunition through this gun, both the OEM and EFK barrel. The OEM barrel claims to have some kind of target crown on it, although looking at the close-up pictures, the crown or chamfer on the end of the barrel looks the same as our previous models. Our results are only a sample size of 1, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure if this pre-production model has a slower twist rate than others, or maybe the quality isn't quite up to snuff, but we had mediocre accuracy at 25 yards with this barrel. At times, we would have a load that showed good promise with the EFK barrel, and then we'd go to a different load and the groups would be 8 inches with the T6B. I've got a little spreadsheet here of the group sizes that we obtained at about 25 yards. And then other times we would get something with our 40 grain loads that I would consider acceptable. Again, I'm shooting from a bag on a bench and a chair. I'm not a known precision marksman. I can lay them in there pretty tight with our rifles with scopes, but with a handgun and a red dot, not known to be the best. Now on the flip side, during all this testing, I did fire quite a few groups from our PSA rock, and that tended to give us very good accuracy at 25 yards with a majority of our rounds. We do get occasional flyers, and again, I think that's related to the quality of our ammunition or lack thereof in some cases, because we have varying powder charges in those cases where we get a round that either fails to cycle the gun and that throws the accuracy off, or we get one that's charged a little hotter. As always, your mileage may vary. I am only a sample of 1, so if you've got one of the new EFK Mark III barrels, leave us a comment below on what kind of accuracy you've obtained. We did run some velocity numbers across testing different various loads to see what kind of velocity this would give us compared to our Ruger Five-seveN, which has a 5.5-inch barrel, and our velocity numbers are falling right in line with that. All in all, without FN releasing a factory threaded barrel, your options are severely limited and quite an investment if you want to add one to your barrel. I did forget to mention that there are some places like Tornado Technologies that will weld an extension onto the end of your barrel. With all that being said, it's time for me to get the heck out of here, but at the end of all my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible, because there's a lot that goes into them. Number 1 is my Patreon, Subscribe Star, and YouTube channel members. I have all those available, so if you'd like to support me, that is one means. I also have a link tree in my description below, like various other content creators. There's discount codes in there or affiliate tracking links, and all that stuff earns me a sales commission, very, very tiny. And what I do with all that is I put it right back in the channel. I buy ammunition or different types of materials for doing any kind of our testing. Number 2 is my buddy Doran over at Armory Kings / FN Specialties. Again, in full transparency, sent us that Mark III with that EFK barrel to demo with no strings attached. And of course, number 3 is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range. We're going to see what the weight limit is for cycling our 5-7 MRD with a suppressor. We have a Yankee Hill R9 on here first, direct thread. It's trying. Looks like that is too heavy to run our gun reliably.